On a freezing night in February 1959, deep in the northern Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers walked unknowingly into one of the most disturbing mysteries in modern history, a case that would later be known as the horrible true story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of skilled mountaineers, students, and war veterans, all trained to survive extreme conditions, yet none of that preparation would save them. When the hikers failed to return, search teams were sent out, and what they discovered was deeply unsettling. Their tent was found collapsed and partially buried in snow, but the most shocking detail was that it had been slashed open from the inside, suggesting they fled in terror rather than exiting normally. Footprints showed the group walked away calmly, some barefoot, some in socks, into temperatures that dropped below -30 degrees Celsius. Over the following weeks, their bodies were discovered scattered across the frozen landscape. Several had died from hypothermia, but others suffered injuries so severe they rivaled the force of a car crash. Crushed skulls, shattered ribs, internal trauma with no external wounds. One woman was found missing her tongue and eyes, a detail that would haunt investigators and fuel decades of speculation. Even stranger, traces of radiation were later detected on some of the hikers' clothing, despite no clear source. Witnesses in nearby areas reported glowing orange lights in the sky that same night, adding another layer of mystery. The Soviet investigation concluded with a chilling phrase, stating the hikers died due to an unknown compelling force, and the case was quietly closed. For decades, the files remained classified, allowing theories to grow unchecked. Secret military weapons tests, experimental parachute mines, infrasound causing panic, avalanches that left little trace, or something even more unexplained. In 2020, Russian authorities reopened the case and ruled the deaths the result of a rare slab avalanche. Yet many experts and researchers argue this explanation fails to address critical details, such as the pattern of injuries, the radiation, and the strange behavior of the group that night. More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass remains a symbol of how nature, secrecy, and fear can intertwine, leaving behind a story so disturbing that it continues to captivate the world. Because no matter how many explanations are offered, the final moments of those 9 hikers are still buried beneath the snow, silent, unresolved, and terrifying.